When the BC Olatilo Show, BOS, Nigeria's flagship television magazine show, got the express mandate to give a full-scale publicity packaging for both television and magazine of the 80th birthday anniversary celebration of Sir Kesington Adebutu CON. One important aspect which the celebrant himself laid a strong emphasis on is to see that no area or activity in the one-week-long series of events was left out, with the sacrosanct proviso of names of those we must interview. It's interesting to note that the names cut across all the divides of the country, which gave it a most geopolitically balanced status, spanning the social, economic, religious and political spheres of the land. When the BC Olatilo Show, BOS, set sail and secured an audience with all personages for the interview, they all did not mince words in describing Sir Kesington Adebutu as the kind of person that Nigeria needs to further bring us together as a people, because of his far-reaching and penetrating friendship with all sides of the country. Sir Kesington Adebutu was also praised for his legendary philanthropic spirit and genuine love for humanity. Sir Kesington Adebutu is a benefactor to many institutions, individuals, traditional institutions for whom he has been covering existing gaps. Indeed, Sir Kesington Adebutu is one of the highest employers of labor in Nigeria, whose chains of businesses that cover many sectors provide employment opportunities for Nigerians. Sir Kesington Adebutu is a Knight of John Wesley and a strong, devout and committed member of the Methodist Church of Nigeria, where a special Thanksgiving service was held to commemorate his 80th birthday anniversary on Saturday the 24th of October 2015. The very impressive, all-inclusive attendance at the church service further buttressed the fact that Sir Kesington Adebutu has earned the respect, admiration and love of everyone. So for all of them, Sir Kesington Adebutu is worthy of their esteemed presence among the series of other events contending for attention in the usually very choked social calendar of events at weekends in Nigeria. Governor Akinwumi Ambode, Ibikunle Amosun, and Olusegun Mimiko of Lagos, Ogun, and Ondo State gave their gubernatorial endorsement. Otumba Gbenga Daniels and his wife were also there. Elder statesman and former President Olusegun Obasanjo displayed exceptional love for the celebrant by making sure he attended the church service, even though he was reported to have had an accident on his way. Senator Oluremi Tinubu, Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Chief Mrs. Yetunde Onanuga, Chief Sonny and Ireti Asemota. The traditional institution was led by the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona, the Akarigbo of Remoland, Oba Michael Adeni Shonariwo, the Oshemawe of Ondo Kingdom, Oba Victor Kiladejo, and other monarchs from different parts of Ogun State. Clergymen from different Christian denominations, especially the Methodist Church, also joined the church service. The celebrant Sir Kesington Adebutu was supported by his wife, Dame Caroline Oladunni Adebutu, and Chief Mrs. Koforola Adebutu, and a rich legion of his children, grandchildren, and children-in-laws. That was certainly an occasion of pride and honor for the family, and Sir Kesington Adebutu and all his family members basked in the euphoria of God's abundant blessings to the family, and they looked forward to better years ahead to spend, God willing, in good health and prosperity of wisdom to carry on with life's challenges as they come. The special church service to commemorate the 80th birthday anniversary of Sir Kesington Adebutu at the Methodist Church of Trinity, Tinubu, Lagos, was characterized in the main by soul-lifting songs to especially thank God for the celebrant. The first Bible reading of the service was taken by the celebrant.
What I call your son, greatly and boldly name, with all the kings of the earth praise you, Lord, when we hear what you have decreed. In this saying of the ways of the Lord, the glory of the Lord is great. Though the Lord is exalted, he looks kindly on the lowly. Though lofty, he sees them from.
In the sermon preached at the service, the celebrant was congratulated for attaining the 80-year milestone, which was remarked as God's own way of rewarding him for his kind disposition towards humanity. Sir Kesington Adebutu was also praised for his great support towards activities of the Methodist Church of Nigeria. It was hoped that Nigerians who are blessed will emulate the life of giving, which epitomizes the essence of the celebrant, for which the whole world has risen to celebrate him today.
God does not make mistakes. In every community, in every family, he produces an hero that should service the less privileged. But some people are myopic. They don't do that. All they know is myself, my wife, my children. If you are such a person, please learn from Adebutu. That's how it should be. Don't discriminate. Think about people around you who smiles on their faces, and they will always be praying for you.
Let's pray for the celebrant, the newly installed Archbishop of Lagos, on this joyous and momentous occasion in his life, that the mercy of God will be upon him. Let's pray that his joy today will know no sorrow.
The celebrant and his entire family members partook of the Holy Communion, which was followed by special prayers for them. The long drawn-out Thanksgiving session saw the celebrant, his family members, loved ones and well-wishers singing and dancing to praise God for the celebrant's life. That brought the church service to an end. The Convention Centre of the prestigious Eko Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos, had never been better decorated and populated by high-end dignitaries from all walks of life, as was the scenario that played out at the grand reception to formally bring to a close the series of activities to commemorate the 80 glorious years sojourn on earth of Sir Kesington Adebutu CON. Ambassador Walter Carrington and his Edo State-born wife, Arase, were joined by Alhaji Razak Okoya and wife, Dame Abimbola Fashola, Mrs. Margaret Obi, wife of former governors of Lagos and Anambra State. Justice Adeshola Ogutade and wife, Ashiwaju S.K. Onafawakan, the Oshileoke Onoegba, Oba Adedagbo Teju and his wives, Chief Iola Omishore, Senator Yinka Omilani, Major General Mohammed Magoro retired, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Mrs. Olunroti Adebule, former Deputy Governor of Lagos, Princess Sarah Shoson. The celebrant Sir Kesington Adebutu, who had just been conferred with the traditional chieftaincy title of Ashojuoba of Lagos, was supported by a huge assemblage of Lagos chiefs who turned out in the glittering appearances. Nigeria's social establishment rose up stoutly in support of the celebrant, Sir Kesington Adebutu. Trust Nigerians to go to town in the display of the trending wares and styles, both traditional and Western. Good feeling generally pervaded the air. Of course, the celebrant in his characteristic manner was on his feet most of the time to see to it that all the guests were well taken care of. It must be stated that the Alakberu of Ikberu, Oba Adeleke Idowu Basibo, the Ebumawe of Agoiwe, Oba Abdurazak Adenugba, the Oba of Odoliforija in Ekbe, Oba Babatunde Ogunlaja, acted like the foot soldiers of the celebrant throughout the event, taking care of all the guests. There couldn't have been a better way to demonstrate their gratitude to the celebrant. The first son of the celebrant, Honorable Oladipupo Kesington Adebutu, who has only spent about 5 months in Nigeria's House of Representatives, was able to galvanize a huge bipartisan attendance of his colleagues to celebrate his father. Led by the majority leader of the House of Reps, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the minority leader, Honorable Leo Ogo, and principal officers of Nigeria's House of Reps, representing the different political parties, Honorable Ladi Adebutu has been able to record a political masterstroke, which he only needs to build on. The asset of being a rallying point among the legislature from the upper chambers of the National Assembly, Senator Buruji Kashamu. It's interesting to note that all the children of the celebrant, male and female, who have been set on the path of success by their father, also mobilized their friends who stormed the celebration of the life and times of their darling father in a big way. Just before we settle down fully to give you a blow-by-blow account of all that transpired at Sir Kesington Adebutu All-Star 80th birthday anniversary celebration, which reports say is on top of the charts of social events in Nigeria today. The BC Olatilo Show, BOS, as undisputed masters in the game of coverage, production and management of top-grade events across the globe, has a word of advice for those in the trade of multimedia projection of the event, either through instantaneous projection of the visuals for audience to see at the event, or to plug in a DVD to be played as a documentary to try to go for the right equipment, so that instead of complimenting the efforts of those who might have been commissioned to produce such material, they don't end up frustrating their efforts, as we have noticed at 2 recent events. Crystal Laurel's 25th anniversary, and in particular, the 80th birthday anniversary of Sir Kesington Adebutu, when the audience could hardly see the visuals on the documentary played, to which so much energy and time had been deployed. Thank God the audience had copies of the BOS International magazine, produced specially for the 80th birthday anniversary of Sir Kesington Adebutu to fall back on. And what's more, the BOS package on the event is being watched now, both on air and online. The main highlight of the high-end Sir Kesington Adebutu 80th birthday anniversary party were performances by Mike Aremu and some sketches by some comedians and Two-Face Idibia, to which the entire audience warmed up enthusiastically.
Two-Face Idibia,
I see the sun, I see the stars, oh, I see the colors of the rainbow in your eyes. So baby, if you not play, you play. Baby, make it play. Without you, there'll be no one to call my lawyer. Without you, there'll be no one to call my Baba Yabu. Without you, there'll be no one to call my African queen. Without you, there'll be no. That's why I say, look at me like a savior. Come on, pass you like just another. Hey, that's so.
The children and grandchildren of the celebrant made presentation of special sword to Sir Kesington Adebutu, with which he cut his birthday cake. That was an interesting spectacle to behold, and it was fun while it lasted.
You get a lot of gifts, a lot of what you can afford, and a lot of which you probably already have.
Lagos chiefs, who turned out in very large numbers, adorning the prescribed colors, caps, and headgears for the event, made a special presentation to the celebrant. The celebrant began the rounds of dancing sessions with the members of Nigeria's House of Reps, led by his son, Honorable Oladipupo Kesington Adebutu, with King Sunny Ade performing. That went on for a long time, as many more people and groups took turns to dance with the celebrant, who stunned everyone with stunning energy as he remained on the dance floor for a long time. And he has said in many interviews he has granted that the secret of his athletic looks is that he keeps fit with exercise, and above all, he does everything to moderation. What one can only wish Sir Kesington Adebutu CON is God's continued guidance, protection, and good health. It's hearty congratulations from the chairman and the entire management of Biscan Communications, and we consider ourselves most honored to have been chosen for the packaging of this all-important event.
Kò sẹ́mà dúpẹ́ tí wọ́n sábà dúpẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀.